When we can't use the law of sines, we have to use the law of cosine. Now, this here, so in the triangle ABC, if the sides with lengths ABC are opposite the angles, then we can write the following formula. So it starts off like the Pythagoras thought. So a squared is b squared plus c squared. And then b squared is a squared plus c squared. And c squared is a squared plus b squared. So you start off the same. The next part of the formula, they all have minus 2. And then it's these, whichever letters we're using. So in this case, it's going to be BC. This is going to be AC, and this will be AB. And then it's going to be multiplied by the cosine of the angle that we're finding. So in this case, A, this would be B, and this would be C. So these here are the three formula that we would use for the law of cosine. So depending which side we're finding, this is what we'd use. So let's have a look at an example. Okay, so this is the question we have. So solve a triangle given two sides and the included angle. So you'll see that we have a side, then we have an angle, and then we have a side. So you have a side, an angle, and a side. So this we would use the law of cosine. So what do we need to find? So we need to find, we know angle B, so this is what we know, but we don't know the length of B. We know the other two sides. So we're going to use B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos of B. So the easiest way to remember is the AC is here, AC, and the cos of B is because we're finding this is the opposite. So we can substitute in the values we know. So B squared we don't know. So A squared, so this is little a, and this is little c, is going to be 7 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5 multiplied by the cosine of angle 36. So we need to put this into our calculator. So we've got, this is approximately 17.4. And then we need to take the square root of 17.4. So we take the square root of b squared, and then we'll have approximately 4.2. So we know that the length is 4.2. So this is 4.2. Now we can go back and we can use the law of sines to find the missing angle. So we can find the angle of C. So to find C, so measure of angle C, we can use the law of sines. So this is going to be the sine of C divided by little c. And we'll say is the sine of B divided by little b. Sine of C is 36. Little c is 5. It's not 36, that's C. Sorry, so sine of C is, and that is sine 36. And B is 4.2. So now if I multiply both sides by 5, So this simplifies. Sine of C is going to be 5 sine 36 divided by 4.2. And if I put that in my calculator, because it's an angle, it's going to be sine to the minus 1. So we have 0.6997. So if I take the shift, the inverse of that, I have the angle C of 44.4 or 44 degrees. So now I can use what I got. So I can find the missing angle. So I need to find angle A. So it's right over here. So the measure of angle A is 180 minus 36 and 44, which is 80. So that means the missing angle, measure of angle A, is 100 degrees. Okay, so here's our question. So we can relabel our triangle A, B, and C. So we can use little a, little b, and little c. And then we can use the formula. So let's have a look which one we're going to use. So we have a squared is b squared plus c squared. B squared is a squared plus c squared, and c squared is a squared plus b squared, minus 2bc cos A minus 2bc cos B minus 2ac, sorry, and minus 2ab cos C. So what do we need to find? So we're looking for our side angle side. So we've got side angle side. So we're going to find little g, which is little a. So we're going to use the a. So a squared, b squared, c squared, 2bc cos of a. And I'm going to substitute. So a squared I don't know, b squared is 4 squared, c is 6 squared. So 2 times 4 times 6 multiplied by cos of 82. And I'm just going to put this in my calculator. So we have 45,319, and if I take the square root, so take the square root of that, A is going to be 6.73, so A is 6.7. Now this isn't A, this is G, so we can write in here G is 6.7. So we'll put there G is 6.7. And now we can go on to find the rest of the using the sine rule. So I have G, I need to find angle B. So I'm going to use the sine rule, or the law of sines. So sine of B over B is equal to the sine of A over little a. So sine of B, we don't know. Little b is 4. Sine of A is 82. And little a is 6.7. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. So they simplify. And sine B is 4 times sine 82 divided by 6.7. So put that in my calculator. So we have sine to the minus 1, 0.5912. And if I do the inverse sine, I will have an angle of 36.24. So angle B is 36 degrees. So we can use this to find angle C. So the measure of angle C is going to be 180 minus 36 plus 82. That should be there. So that's 118. So 180 minus 118 is 62 degrees. So angle C is 62 degrees. 62 degrees. Angle B, we said, is 36.